Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, original crew, man? We're back. Hey, man, we're back. We got another.
Sorry. Sometimes I get a little.
We have another Antonio video today, man. We got the consequences of street life.
What's this about? About street?
The
street life.
A lot of people don't understand the true consequences of street life.
I'm saying, like, are we talking about just in general or a particular person?
You ain't even got asked. Make sure you check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go. If you want to first support, you got to do it. Check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's video,
like it with a thumbs up.
To get your answers, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's check it out. Let's see what's about. You ready?
So every day we're getting a new example of why being a part of this street, gang culture is one of the dumbest things you can involve yourself in. There are only two outcomes to this lifestyle: death and prison. There is no other way around it, especially in 2026. So about 2 years ago now, the rapper Julio.
Yeah. You agree or disagree? There's only two outcomes. Well, other people that's gang life, that's not their outcome.
Well, I feel like it's if you make a decision at some point in your life to turn your life around.
Well, no. Those people that are still active to this day. They just don't do.
They active, but they still turn their life around.
But what I'm saying is, they're still a part of the game. But
They not with the shenanigans.
Doing certain gang activities.
Yeah.
But when you see them, they gonna throw they.
I still feel like it's a they turned their life around. Like they didn't revolve their life just around culture. You know what I'm saying?
I'm messing with you though.
Yeah, I know.
But I'll say this: is everybody that's involved in gang activity or once was those their two
Sorry,
outcomes?
Y'all.
Was that their two outcomes? No. But for a lot of people, it is though.
But when you like just having that conversation and stuff like that, and people like that's all they know, their whole life revolves around that. Then yes, it's only two outcomes.
Yeah, I agree.
But I do feel like everyone that's in that life,
that's a small percentage.
Well, I will say this: most of the people that's in that life that I do know, at one point they have one of the outcomes. They have had to go down that road, but. They're no longer, yeah. There's other outcomes. I feel like it's up to you to be like, okay, this is not all my life is. Yeah, this is not all my life is going to be.
But when you do center around it, that this is who you are, this is all my life centered around, I 100% agree.
Those are the two outcomes. Yeah. Well, two outcomes.
There is no other way around it, especially in 2026. So about 2 years ago now, the rapper Julio was killed. Now let's get this straight. This guy was no saint. He was heavily involved in the streets and he got one of the outcomes. But with the way he went about being killed, the people that did it, they were extremely sloppy and ended up getting caught pretty fast. A few days ago, these guys were sentenced and found guilty. So right here we have a clip of all of the accused murderers. On screen right here is the youngest, I believe, named Sean Gathright. In this clip, the judge listed off all the charges of each individual, and they were found guilty. But what I want to focus on is the reaction of this individual right here. So as y'all can see, man, this brother is crying. The reality has hit him. His life is gone. For what? At the cost of another black man. And I don't know how many times people got to see examples like this, bro. In this exact moment, he's feeling whipped. Pretty much every prisoner in that cell is telling you, like, you know what I'm saying? We watch shows like Beyond Scared Straight. These people all say the same thing, man. Stay out the streets. Don't do this. Don't do that. But we keep seeing so many brothers still fall for the trap. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I'm a person that understands history. I know everything that black people have been through. A lot of the conditions and all of the disenfranchisement has birthed street culture that we see today. But I tell all my brothers this, man. We know what they did. We know how evil these people are. We know the traps that they set out. We cannot keep falling for it. We cannot. And like I stated, bro, the crime that these dudes did, what was it for? Y'all killed another black man. We go so hard and we...
And not even just that. Y'all gain nothing from it.
Gain nothing from it.
Absolutely nothing from it. It's like, honestly, it was just a crash dummy mission. Like, because the only outcome was going to be jail. Mm-hmm. Because you could never go around and talk about it. It was an open investigation, so you couldn't be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because you was going, jail was your only outcome.
Yeah.
Unless y'all stayed out long enough for retaliation.
Yeah.
That was the only option. Because I'd be damned if I have to wake up every day, go to sleep every day, constantly have to look over my shoulder. Worry about whether or not somebody gonna come get it back in blood. You know, like it's in some sense, it don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? And I know some people want people to feel bad for him, and I've seen people, man, well, fuck, I'm gonna feel bad for him. He had opportunities, bro. Yeah. This kid ain't wanna, like, he ain't even a kid. These are adults. They just young adults. But this young man did not grow up and like, man, he chose that life. Like, if you follow and you understand, like, this case, especially in the beginning, they show who he was. I'm like, oh yeah, you 100% chose this life. Yeah. This life wasn't just, because I'll say this, in certain circumstances, I feel bad for some people, because I'm like, damn, these are the cards that they were dealt. Yeah. Poverty, slums, only way out, right? So I'm like, damn, bro, your parents didn't make a way for you to. This motherfucker, he wanted to be a YouTuber at an early age. He was doing certain things, and I'm like, bro, so you knew there was other opportunities, other routes. Some people, they see no outlet. They see no options. Nowadays, it's way more options for you to get out of those predicaments. In the past, bro, them folks, it was either literally to make it out of poverty, make it out the hood, make it out the quote-unquote trenches now. It was either sports or you was hella smart. Yeah. That was sometimes the only two options you had was to super excel at school, which we all know. That's not everyone. Yeah. Or you was highly gifted talent-wise where you can be able to go football, basketball, baseball to get out of, and that was the only opportunity. But now there's a plethora of opportunities. Yeah. Oh, I forgot also rap. But not how many people really making it rap too, though? If we really think about it. We all know a cousin. We all got a cousin, a friend, or somebody who said they wanted to be a rapper. Where they at now? Yeah. They didn't make it. You know what I'm saying? So it's stupidity, bro.
These dudes did, what was it for? Y'all killed another black man. We go so hard and we slide on each other for damn near nothing. But like I state, bro, we still got people like George Zimmerman running around here. We still got the racist white dude, Chud the Builder, walking around calling people the N-word, and he's still untouched. But a lot of these dudes, street dudes, you know what I'm saying, specifically, right, is ready to slide over nothing. You saw a dude one day walking down the street, he looked at you wrong, now he dead. For nothing. But if it was one of these white dudes walking down the street, you hit up the, hey, sir. How you doing, sir? Like I say, not wishing death on the white dude, but it's like, it's no way he should be walking around doing that. But we got some real certified crash outs out here that'll kill their own brother. Like, I just don't understand that shit. But that's why I do go so hard for the black community. When a lot of these white dudes get online talking about they scared of black people, bruh. Sad thing is, dog, you not gonna get touched. If anything, they gonna praise you, walking into the hood or walking around a lot of these black dudes, bruh. It's just something embedded in the community. We are taught to hate each other while to respect and love everybody else.
Because you can't, what he's saying is so true. You can go around disrespecting the whole race and go into the neighborhood, they'll shake your hand. But you let another black person come over there and disrespect the neighborhood, everybody in that neighborhood ready to kill them. What you said. That's the most idiotic ideology that you have ever seen in life. Yep. Y'all claiming blocks that y'all parents don't even own the house on. Facts. Oh, this is a block. This is my block, man. How much equity do y'all own on this block?
Zero.
I'll wait.
Most times, zero.
And most of y'all, I'm not talking down on people, but most of y'all, your parents probably ain't even literally renting the homes. Some of them on Section 8. And if they mess up, they out the neighborhood. And so you got to go to another neighborhood, So why are we literally living it to die for something that we have no legal bearings to of ownership? Yeah. It's so stupid.
This is that boy Sean Gayfright. And word is this nigga come from a loving family.
Man.
From the crib, his mama and his peoples got bread. Real money. Man. Grandma house. Nice as fuck. Real money. I'ma keep it a band. I have no clue on how this young nigga got mixed up into the street life. But goddamn it, what a way to go. They said this man provided all the guns. He the motherfucking arsenal.
What?
Goddamn.
I didn't know that part.
And the cars, and the getaway cars, and everything.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that part though.
But you want me to tell you, a lot of hoods, they always got that dummy that wants to come into the hood and they want to be accepted so bad, they use your ass and play you like a fool, play you straight up like a fiddle. Like, bro,
That's crazy.
You had opportunity, bro. Your parents gave you the opportunity. That
Yeah, I knew like his background and stuff like that. I just didn't know he supplied I didn't know that.
A lot of
or maybe
things,
I did and forgot. I don't know.
Yeah, and he wiped the car down, got rid of the weapons and stuff. Yeah, he was. They took his mama car. From what information I know, correct me if I'm wrong. I didn't follow the trial. I followed the pre-trial and a lot of stuff like that, but I didn't follow the trial because the trial was just going on.
Never mind.
We've been dealing with a lot of personal life things.
True. I was about to say, how do you even get hooked up with people? You all the way over here, these folks are all the way over yonder. How do you get hooked up with people like that? But then I said, never mind. I know how people.
Boy, you know.
I know. I don't even know why I be acting like, oh.
You know, a lot of people, they migrate to the hood.
Yeah.
Oh man, and a lot of times through I want to smoke with you, or we play football together. We were cool on the football team. But y'all come from two different tribes.
Okay.
You know, not saying that y'all can't click, but you know what I'm saying? You got to recognize signs that ain't the life I'm trying to live, bro.
But what I'm saying is, because I don't know as far as like relationship with him and all the other ones and stuff like that. I'm like, if y'all didn't even go to school together, that's what I'm saying. Especially knowing his background and then his family got money and they come from.
He probably cool with someone from that side. So you never know. And you know nowadays, it used to be gangs, right? And then it went to cliques, and then it went to where block you from. He ain't even from the block, because what I'm starting to see now is patterns of, it could be 3-4 different gangs on this block now that don't even fuck with each other on the same block, just because it's even more minute cliques now. And then it be 2-3 from this block that's beefing. Now they go click up with 2-3 that's over on that block that's beefing with their own block, and now we got to click, and we don't like this either blocks that we stay on. It don't make none of it makes sense.
Everything is stupid. It's all stupid. It's just dumb. It's really dumb. Really dumb. And I'm like, you've had example after example after example after example for decades. I
think they're really just using his ass.
And I'm like, y'all still have learned nothing. Still have learned nothing. You gain nothing from this life at all. So I really don't understand. It's just really dumb.
You want me to tell you, you still gonna be having this conversation 30 years from now.
30 years from now. What are we talking about?
And he the shooter. He provided the ratchets, and he put one in his hand and put that bitch to use.
What? And he's 18 too. So Julio was what,
He only 18 at the time.
And I watched the clip of him. He was really I said, oh, that's, you got the nerves, 18? And you got the nerves to be up in there crying. Yeah, he 18. Throw his whole life away.
You thought it was a game?
Honestly, on some real spill, the way y'all orchestrated this, yes, y'all deserve the death penalty. Your family might not like it. I'm not 100%. Because I know when we first started doing content like this, I always said, I'm not 100% always for the death penalty. Reason why, I am human just like the rest of y'all, and I am just another man in this world. I cannot choose who deserves to live or who deserves to die. That should never be in my, because I'm always say I'm not the person for that. But if they gave him the death penalty, that's the law, and it is what it is. I have no bearing to it. How can you cry and say, hey, I deserve to live until old age, but you still chose to ruin somebody's life and say they didn't deserve to live to old age? You can take a life and say, oh yeah, your life comes to the end today, but mine don't come to the end. I want to die an old person. That's not. Stand up, chin out. Stand on that shit.
Stand on it. You chose it.
You did it. Yep. Stand. Yeah, I did that because it's one dude.
That's a choice you made.
It's one dude in there. He laughing at all there because they all because you know it's 4 of them on the case. One of them, he laughing. He found this shit comical because he's all them teared up, sorry, begging to survive. He like, nigga, I stand on mine. He like, I stand on mine. I said,
I mean, if
you
you go do it, stand on it.
It's like they give you.
Don't be crying out. What you crying out for?
26, 27. I'm pretty sure he ain't even, he didn't really have any personal beef against them. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
Maybe Julio did something to his friends associated with him, but on a personal level, bro, you doing all this, he never did anything to you, per se. And he went that hard, the youngest. And for what, bro?
You came from a loving household, boy. You lived in a nice neighborhood, nigga. And you chose the street life. You chose that. Follow behind 6 block and ATK and 1200. Boy, they about to cook your ass. You hear me? They gonna fricassee fry you, young blood.
And this is a clip from the interrogation room, man. This dude was going through it. Let's just watch the clip right fast.
Here you go. Sorry.
Let me out, bro. Let me out, bro.
He said he need out.
Bro, let me out, bro. Let me out.
Like he's trying to escape and shit up in there. It's crazy, bro. This is what happened when you get alone and you know what I'm saying? You separate from all your friends and you just gotta sit there with your quiet thoughts. And you start thinking, damn, I really threw my life away. I really did this shit. Like that shit started to sink in. When it's just you by yourself. You ain't around your friends no more.
Oh, do we?
Attempted escape.
You ain't around none of that. Those thoughts get to eating at you, boy. And you just realize how dumb that was. In that split instance, you threw everything away.
Sit in that chair and don't move.
I ain't gonna lie, dog. I wouldn't be surprised if that young man harmed himself in prison because everything is just crashing down on him now. He knows that his life is over. And hopefully, man, anybody that's watching this video and
or if he don't harm it, somebody gonna be harming him.
I said
he give me that.
I said I don't mean no harm, but I don't. Yeah, cause
they gonna have him walking around with Kool-Aid lips. Put that orange Kool-Aid on your lips. Remember from the scared face? How he had him dip his finger in that Kool-Aid pouch, rub it.
Bro, so for real though.
So I could taste that orange Kool-Aid off you.
For real though.
That's prison life. That's what you signed up to do.
Man, I don't see how people be out here like.
Cause the way he moving, bro, I can't see.
I don't see him like.
He gonna be in there going through a hard.
He gonna either go through a hard time or he gonna have to find him a little protection. But sometimes you gotta do some hard time. You gotta do.
They say them little light skinned ones.
You gotta do something a little strange. You gotta do some things, or he like, I ain't gonna be able to sit down and do this time.
We just watched the body cam where dude went in young. And he said, "Hey, you know which one I'm talking about? The white man that we did the body cam, and he literally said, he volunteered. He was like, cause they were like, in prison they gonna take it. He said, instead of them taking it, he said, well, I volunteered just to suck
gave
it.
It to him. Yeah,
he ain't give up the butt, but he decided.
Well, he was
Give you some top.
I please you some way, somehow.
Yeah, I use some top, and he voluntarily was giving it up.
So that they won't take it.
So they won't take it from.
Hey. It's decisions. You gotta really make some tough decisions.
You better swing.
But that's your doing. You are here. You put yourself here. You put yourself in this situation.
I'm finna tell you this.
I don't feel bad for nobody. Only people I ever feel bad for that's in prison is people that don't supposed to be in there, as far as like people that's innocent.
But I'm finna tell you this. It's easy to do bow, 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 bow than to put these up.
Yeah.
That's why you see way more shootings now, because they don't know how to put these up.
No.
Up in the streets, you realize that this life is not what it's meant to be. I try to tell all my brothers, man, to always have impulse control. Don't react off of emotion. Sit back, think and map out all of the different outcomes that could come from this situation. In that moment, it may feel good or you reacting and pulling that trigger. But once it's done, it's done. And now you're calmed down and you think, damn, I really just did this? Did I really just take this person's life? Did I really just throw my life away? All that stuff comes back at you full circle. When you could have been just out the way, working your chill 9-to-5 job, going back home, playing the game, living your boring, mundane life, but you got your freedom. And it's like you always appreciate the things when they're gone. Now you in that jail, so you like, damn, bro, I had it so good. You know what I'm saying? I had it so chill. I had my freedom, bro. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I feel for the street dudes, but I could never just throw that freedom away. I love my freedom. Especially brothers that got responsibilities out here, man. God forbid you a father, you got kids, and you know what I'm saying? I just something I couldn't fathom. That's just me personally. Like, I wouldn't do shit to throw that away.
I am a high school algebra teacher in the largest public school district in the state of Tennessee, which also comes with it being the most disenfranchised and impoverished districts in Tennessee, primarily because majority of our student population are Black people. And today I am here to talk about the epidemic, quote unquote, of.
I was trying to see what school
You can't
she
tell
was.
right now.
You said what?
You can tell.
Do you know what she? Have you seen this? So what region you think she in?
I don't know.
The YN, and I'm here to talk about it from a teacher's perspective because I can see it. I'm seeing it from the ground and how it's developing, and I can tell kind of where it's going. If that makes sense. In the prep,
I mean, it's gonna be either one or two, either west or middle, but
Nah, it's west.
but I think more so west. I was
West.
thinking more so west, but yeah, I
West-
just don't know at like the
what?
exact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'll say this. My thing is like
Especially with she said, yeah, I'm gonna say west, definitely west.
because people fail to realize when it comes down to Tennessee, like I don't think I had put the video out yet, the 3-part, like Tennessee being 3 parts. I still got to put that out, but majority of your minority individuals in Tennessee is really going to be not like we spread it out, but it's more populated in West Tennessee, and the high schools in West Tennessee are way more urbanized, particularly especially where you're from, where I'm from, the town that majority of us go shop, gather around at, and Memphis.
Yeah.
And so most like growing up in that environment is kind of, I think is more for me than it was you as a survival instinct. Like trying to survive every day. You know what I'm saying? Trying to.
Do you say when you like being a male?
Not necessarily that yes, but also because we have this conversation a lot.
I don't.
You
okay, what
we have these conversations a lot where you say my school is a little bit more crazy than your school.
I don't necessarily like as far as like the things that was going on. I guess not necessarily crazier. I just feel like a lot of the stuff that I feel like the only thing that I feel like was like I'd be like, it's just the fact that y'all like with the metal detectors and stuff like that. I just said we didn't like, you know, deal with it. Like, yes, people was bringing stuff to school, but it wasn't to the degree where they like, we got to get metal detectors up in here.
Well, we ain't have it at the high school.
Oh, you mean
no. I said we used to have search and pat downs randomly.
Oh, see,
when we was it started when we was in 7th grade.
Okay, well, we didn't have search and pat down. So other than that, I'd be like, that's crazy. But I also understand that they have to put. But also,
I was in alternative school a lot too, so. And when I
was this stuff only happening when you was in alternative school?
No, the regular junior high, we would do random. I don't know if they do it now, but we we pull up. It's police out. We like, oh shit, they got pat down today. And you go in, you give them your backpack. They pat you down. You walk through a metal detector. They warn you down, and you go down the table and while they check all your stuff.
That was like one of like the main differences. I was like, we.
And I used to get my locker randomly searched because people used to say I had guns and stuff on me, and I'm like, bro, I don't even know where to go get a gun. And that was literally while I'm in school. Police come and pat me down. Matter of fact, I was in PE class, and I'm like, so I get home, I tell my mom. My mom calls up to the school like, what was that about? Well, all we heard he had a phone. You wouldn't do all that if you heard I had a phone. You wouldn't came to me with a police officer. No, somebody
Oh,
told
sorry,
y'all.
y'all.
Somebody
Excuse
told
me.
y'all I had a weapon on me.
Yeah.
But also, when I was in alternative school, it used to be a little bit more frequent.
Now I do know the ones in alternative school and stuff used to like deal with that, but I ain't never been to alternative school. But
It's a conversation. I do not subscribe to the term YN.
Yeah.
I understand that it is
I
a
don't
caricature of describing young black men who might be in trouble or might have like certain decisions that they make due to the circumstances and the environments that they're growing up in. But I do not subscribe to calling young black men YN. So I wanted to start off by saying that too. Most of the time when you hear people talk about just where black people are as a community in today's time, especially the young people, you hear a lot of it being blamed on the parenting, on the system, on the education system, et cetera, and all of those things are true. I think this conversation is a lot more nuanced, and it takes place at the intersectionality of all of it. So in order to not make this video extremely long, I'm going to actually break this down into 3 parts. In this part, I will talk explicitly about parenting. And the parenting goes back a lot further than I think some people are cognizantly thinking about. The parenting goes back to, especially in the black community, we're going back to Reaganomics, right? When you have multiple generations of people not being present due to drug abuse, due to mass incarceration, due to the perpetuation of like the welfare state, all of these things, right? They create this kind of like dependency in this environment, and that is kind of what we're seeing the effects of trickled all the way down.
Literally. That's why I say all the time, bro. You have to go back to understand why things are so messed up the way it is now. 400 years of slavery, boom, Jim Crow, segregation, redlining, COINTELPRO killed all the leaders, chemical warfare, heroin, crack, and that trickles down to YN epidemic of 2026, literally.
And which is so true because, like, even some conversations I try to have with people back home, it literally goes right over the head, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm like, y'all so stuck in this mentality, and everybody's stuck in the mentality of being okay with the bare minimum. And I'm like, and even when it comes down to, I guess, with the YN epidemic, a situation just happened back in my hometown. A young lady, it's prom season, right? This is one of the most precious time of the year. This is an event that a lot of people cherish for their whole life, for the rest of their life. Two moments I think a lot of young ladies or just women, regardless, hold cherished to their heart if they're able to experience, and it's prom and their wedding. Those are some of the and childbirth. You know what I'm saying? But two, it's their prom night and their wedding night. And unfortunately, a young lady, 17, would not be able to experience either.
No.
Due to senseless stupidity.
Didn't even make it to a prom.
Yeah. They literally are at prom send off, gathering around to take photos, to have a celebration, and family being able to have this joyous moment. And stupid, idiotic mindset of people stem from half of the time y'all don't even know why the fuck y'all don't like each other.
Yeah.
Just because you from this neighborhood, we don't fuck, y'all don't even know where it stems back from. You don't know. But they went, shot up the prom send off. She had no involvement. She was just there
trying to get away.
And was trying to flee and got shot I think they said in the back. Unfortunately, she did end up losing her life. 5 others were also shot, but it was senseless violence. Previous to that, the same girl, she died. Was it last year or the year before? But she would have been graduating this year.
Yeah.
This would have been her prom. She died, leaving. I think she was a cheerleader, leaving the basketball game, headed back home, and people that were her classmates, shot at people that she was in a car with. She had no involvement. She ended up getting shot. She survived enough to tell the people who shot the car because she was able to identify the individual, and unfortunately lost her life. She had a 4.0. She had a future. Yeah. But because the stupidity mindset of individuals, and how are 16-year-olds, 18, like minors getting their hands on guns?
Yeah.
I don't even think an 18-year-old should really be going around here getting a gun.
Yeah.
Legally. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand military backing. You going to, I understand that aspect of it. But other than that, what is your personal reason of getting weapons?
True.
Like, let's be real. So, I'll just say this with young people, y'all have a future. You really have to realize you really have a future. And honestly, sometimes it's not even smart to just be in certain areas where you know some bullshit is going on as well. Yeah. Be wise to the situation, and they can call you scary or whatever they want to call you. But one thing they can never say, because you choose not to go in those, is rest in peace. Mm-hmm. They can't put that beside your name. Because I'd rather live my life, know there's more to life than my surroundings. Yeah. For a temporary satisfaction.
And I hope when she gets into this part about parenting, I want to add this in first. We can go back to capitalism as well. A lot of these parents, they don't have time for their kids because guess what? They have to work. And yes, you could say that they shouldn't have had all these kids in the first place. That is true. That's why you don't just go laying around and sleep with anybody. And that's
But some of these parents also choose not to grow the fuck up too. And that's where I be wanting to hold accountability as far as the parents, because they still be wanting to. I ain't young. I ain't old. I got a life to live too. Yes, but now your life is very important for this child development. Mm-hmm. So grow the fuck up and realize you are a parent, you are a mother or a father, because it's just not on the mother; it is also on the father. The child will not be here if you didn't shoot the club up. Mm. Let's be real. So stop putting all the responsibility on the lady, and own the responsibility equally. Yeah. Upbringing of a child is very important for both aspects of it. No, y'all don't have to be together, but you need to both be in there for the child's life. Like, stop that idiotic and grow up. Quit partying all the fucking time. You ain't missing shit. Raise your child. Don't spend family time.
For men and women. So then they have these babies, and guess what? Kids are expensive as hell. So the parents are at work all day, and sometimes it's just one. The mama, she just working all day. Who gonna watch out there and give attention to this child? He gonna look for it in the streets. He gonna look for it for dudes that's in these gangs. Literally, bro.
I know these things happened 30 plus 40 years ago, but I think now we're starting to see the effects. So with the parenting explicitly, right? Parenting matters so much here because the parents weren't present. Right? If we're talking about the crack epidemic and the whole dropping guns and drugs and all of these things into our neighborhoods and completely destroying the Black community, most of the damage of that is because of lack of presence. So you have the original doctors, lawyers, nurses, teachers, businessmen, these people who were pillars in the community now addicted to drugs and not able to be present for said community. Mm-hmm. So when they should have been in the households or in the neighborhoods helping to raise children, helping to show up for children, helping, like, making sure they're going to school, making sure there's somebody that the kids are always taken care of, you have a lot of children who ended up raising themselves or were being raised by their grandparents, which happened to be the boomers at the time. And when you talk about being raised by boomers or grandparents, now we're talking about permissive parenting, because realistically, a grandparent cannot show up in the same ways that your parent can because of different restrictions, whether it be mobility, age, job, all of that, right? Sure. There's a reason. So now we have a bunch of teens, children with no authority and nobody to hold them accountable presently because of different restrictions. And then they continue throughout their life without presence, without accountability, without community. And then they raise and have their own children. Literally. And because none of that was present during their childhood, they don't know how to do that for the next generation. And then that happened with millennials and the older Gen Zs. And then now we're starting to see like this YN epidemic, quote unquote, because now we're seeing the effects of children who are born to parents who were not raised and who did not have presence in the community. So now this isn't a conversation about people's willingness to parent or their ability to parent. It's about, did they even have a foundation of what good parenting looks like? And I think that is what we're dealing with right now. And a lot of the whole permissive parenting, wanting to be your kids' friends, wanting to level with your kids more, I think is coming more out of the need to not feel how they felt about their parents, right? So they show up for their kids in ways that don't always encourage discipline, accountability, integrity, et cetera, et cetera. And then how that translates to the progression of like this YN culture is that you have an entire generation of people who are not considerate of others because nobody's teaching them to be considerate, because their parents had to fend for themselves, and sometimes their grandparents, their aunts and uncles all had to fend for themselves. We get this mentality of is you versus everybody. And then when you teach that to a child whose brain is not fully developed, then their children are already selfish in general because that's the natural. Sorry, so now you have a generation of people who are being taught to be individuals and to only think of self. So it is not necessarily that they have the desire to hurt others. It is the fact that they live in selfishness. That's it. It's because they don't have any reference point or any metric of what real morality, compassion, and empathy looks like, because they're being raised by people who had no empathy themselves as children. So how do you teach it if you don't experience it? And I know what you're saying. Some people learn how to do it, some people don't. That's the parenting aspect. I don't think that people are inherently trying not to be good parents. And I also think they're not making good decisions about whether or not they actually want to be parents.
Yeah.
A lot of people have kids who don't actually want to be parents. Yep. And that's another thing that we're seeing.
Shout out to her. She did a great breakdown in part.
Boy, that was a great breakdown. I 100% enjoyed that breakdown because it is so true. Mm-hmm. What she said is so true. Also to the degree of, because I deal with it. I deal with it personally. And because it's so frustrating, you know what I'm saying? Because we're seeing a lack of discipline. And that's the part that, it's the first part of the problem. Mm-hmm. It's the lack of discipline and the lack of respect of authority figure.
Yeah.
And we, like you said, we get a lot of, like she said, we get a lot of parents nowadays who want to be the friend aspect. You can be a stern parent, but also allow your child to know that they can confide in you no matter what they're going through. You don't have to say your parent. You don't have to be a parent and a dictator where your child looks at you as a fear aspect of it. Mm-hmm. Where I fear my They're correcting my behavior.
It's like, oh, that's my enemy.
Not
my father.
Yeah, they're correcting but it's positive correction. Yeah. It's not, you don't have to constantly beat your child to get your point across.
Because honestly, it does worse in some cases than,
But you don't have to be your child's friend. And y'all parents need to also stop telling these kids you ain't got to listen to what another authority figure say because they ain't your mama. You gotta stop that shit. True. Because anybody in the past, it used to be, hey, listen to this person. They are older than you. They are your authority figure. Mm-hmm. And if they come tell me you ain't listen to me, I'm gonna correct your action.
Right.
For real.
That's how it used to be in some cases.
Nowadays, who are you to tell my child something? You ain't they mama. You ain't they daddy. It doesn't matter, bro. They need to listen to somebody.
Facts.
They need to, and that's where. Also, when they get into the school, it fails in the school system. They don't like to listen to authority figures in the school.
Nope.
And then it's just imagine how they're gonna be when they raise kids. It's gonna be even worse. And then everybody want to party and turn up on a weekend, and now you sending them to the grandparents. The grandparents ain't the parents, bro. It's not their responsibility to step up where you falling short.
True.
It is not their responsibility.
True.
A grandparent option, as far as with the grandkids, if they're choosing. Yeah. If they're not choosing to allow for that child to come over, it is not their responsibility for that child to be at their home.
Nope.
It is your responsibility to do what you're supposed to do before you lay down and have a child. Now, I do understand certain situations, you know what I'm saying?
Like what?
I don't want to say certain situations because some people are not... You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you're choosing to open your legs...
I got you. My bad.
If you're choosing to open your leg, and you can't say, that was your choice to let that fuck nigga have his time with you. That was your choice. You saw something into him to say, oh yeah, he can put it in me. That was your choice. You made your bed, now lay in it. That was your choice. It's not no one else's choice. So it's not your parents' responsibility to pick up but at the end of the day, you still need that community aspect and support.
Yeah.
Because we still need the community involvement as far as positive reinforcement for these kids because they don't have it anymore. And I mean corrective action. I mean not like, but hey, you can do better. Like, come on, what we doing? You can do better in life. Positive feedback.
Yeah.
And let's just start pushing these kids into more of a positive manner, bro.
You know something? It's so like we can sit and have these conversations all day, and it's so much easier said. But so many people are stuck in certain mentalities where it's kind of like someone has to break the curse. Someone has to like say, hey, this is where I draw the line. I'm not going to do this, that, and the third. I'm not going to raise my kids how this like I feel like there has to be something, and we see so much that it's just like repeated cycles. It's kind of like, okay.
And you can be the person to break the curse. You don't have to be the person to constantly keep following the same path. Like, honestly, I had these conversations with my family all the time. Like, I refuse to continue the same old. Yeah. I do have positive influence in my family as well. And I do look at those individuals and I'm like, yo, I want to follow behind y'all footsteps. Y'all are success in my eyes.
You want me to tell you something? We can move on. But, we could just move on. I was going to say, you said with the positive, you have people that still are stuck in whatever, and then you have the positive, and it's kind of like the people that's stuck when you try to like, hey, I'm going to do this, that, and the third, or hey, I'm trying to do this. They look at you kind of sideways, like, what you think you like? You think you better because no, I just don't want to live. Better. I want better, and I don't want to live or raise my kids in the same manner that you did, or because you chose to live this life, or you chose to stay back here and you accept the bare minimum, or you accept for your kids to be raised in certain environments. I don't want that for myself. So no, I don't think I'm better, but I want better for myself and for my future kids, since we don't have kids and stuff like that. But I don't know.
Some does have to change though.
Something.
And honestly, start taking these devices away from y'all kids. Pay attention to even the music that they listen to, because some of these they listen to these wannabe thugs, and these folks ain't living their life like this either, bro.
Yeah.
But y'all spin us up. Y'all let us know y'all thoughts about it for us in the comments down below. But until next time, y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is
Sierra Nicole.
We are.
Tennessee.
We are.
Go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partner.